Welcome back everyone. I believe you are doing great. Today we are going to learn about multiple inputs graph. Like if you pass multiple inputs like name and some list of integers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what it will do, it will sum these list of integers like 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. These are equal to 15 and it will say hello Ali, your sum is equal to 15. If you pass some another name like Bilal, it will say hello Bilal, your sum is equal to 15. So how to build this complex graph? By the way, it is not a complex graph, so don't worry about that. So first of all, as obvious, we will import the important libraries from typing, import type dictionary, and also we will import the list. So list is basically to store the list of integers or list of strings. So we'll see that how to use that, and we will import the state graph from langgraph.graph, import state graph. And after that we will build the structure of our class. So its name is agent state. You can change this name, and here will be type dictionary. It has three fields. One is name, numbers, and third one is result. So here name type is string, numbers are list of integers. List of integers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. And it also have some result and its type is string. And after that we will build the node. So our node name may be calculate or calculation, and we'll pass the state here. We know that our state is agent state, and it also output the agent state. What we have to do, we have to add these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have to store it in a variable. So for that I will create another variable, that is sum. Sum is equal to 0, and I'm saying for num in state number. So because it is stored in a number. So in this way you are able to access any field from your agent state. And here I will say sum is equal to sum plus number. And after that you have to say hello Ali, your sum is equal to 15. So how to do that? To do that I will simply say hello. There will be a f string basically, and state name, and there will be a curly braces here. It will be this bracket. It will say hello Ali or hello Asim or whatever the name you will pass here. It will print hello Ali. After that we have to print your sum is equal to 15. So to print that we have to say your sum is equal to sum. Whatever the value will be there in sum, it will print here. And we have to store it in a result. To store it in result, we have to access it by using state result is equal to, we have to return the state. Basically what's going on, our this calculation node will get the state. In state there will be a name and some numbers. It will be a list of integers. We initialized a variable with 0, and we loop through whole list of numbers, and we sum whole list and store in variable sum. And here there is a f string. It will say hello, and whatever the name there will be in state name, hello Ali, hello Asim, your sum is equal to sum. So sum is basically this updated sum. And after that we return our state. Let me run it, and I will build the graph by using state graph. Let's store it in graph variable, and to add the node I will call the function graph.addNode. And here will be name of our node. Its name is calculation or whatever you want. For now I am saying its name is as it is, that is calculation. Our graph has entry point, that is calculation, and also finish point. That is also calculation. And we have to compile our graph, and let's store it in a variable. Let's run it. It will be compile. And to visualize our graph, I will simply copy these lines from our previous agent. And yes, it has calculation node, it has start point and end point. So how to invoke our graph? So to simply invoke the agent or graph, I will simply type agent.invoke, and here I will pass name, that is Ali, and also numbers. Numbers are list of values, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And let me store the final state in final state variable. Let's run it, and let's print the final state. The name is Ali, number are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, result is hello Ali, your sum is 15. So if I only want to access the result, what we have to do, I have to type final state result. It says hello Ali, your sum is equal to 15. So you may notice I have passed the name and number, I have not passed the result. So LangGraph basically automatically assign result as none in the start. So after that we update the result with this string, and it will return the updated state. Okay, we have successfully built this graph. Now I have an exercise for you guys. So basically if you type some name or some numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what it will say, hello, your name may be Ali or Bilal. It will say hello Ali, your multiplication is equal to 120. So instead of sum, it will say your multiplication is equal to 120. What you basically have to do, you have to update your this function. So instead of sum, it will do multiplication. So I believe in you, you can do this task. The link of code and exercise will be in description. So if you will have any issue, you can check the description of GitHub link. So that's it. Have a great day, guys.